Okay, so I got time to sit down and watch the first three episodes of Batman Caped Crusader. And I just wanted to sit down and give my thoughts on those first three episodes. So the first episode we got was In Treacherous Waters. This episode introduces us to Penguin, introduces us to Gotham as a city. It also introduces us to Barbara and Jim Gordon. I thought overall the episode was pretty entertaining. I didn't really have any problems with it per se. I thought the changes that they made to Penguin were really interesting. I thought it brought something new to the character without completely changing who Penguin is as a person. Although I find this penguin is a lot more confident. I don't have an issue if that's going to be what makes this penguin different because I feel like this penguin is a little more believable as a mob boss as opposed to the more Danny DeVito like penguin. I thought it was really interesting how we got to see the dynamic between Penguin and Rupert Thorne, and then obviously seeing how Rupert Thorne was able to play Penguin pretty much like a fiddle, getting her to kill the one son that was actually helping her, and then ultimately being the cause of her downfall when the son that was snitching runs away and threatens the entire empire. But going all the way back to the beginning, I really enjoyed the fight scene that we got right at the start. I thought it was a great way just to show how capable this Batman is. I did find it pretty funny how you can see him kind of like sneak into the smoke. Normally they don't show that, but I found it. I got a pretty good chuckle out of it when I saw it. I really like the way they showed this Batman fighting in the smoke. I find a lot of times it's really easy to just flashes and some silhouettes, but they actually bothered to have a few different angles inside the smoke and seeing Batman jumping on guys and knocking them down. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it. Moving on to the next episode, we got And Be a Villain. This episode features Clayface, although I'm not sure if they were intentionally trying to do a bit of a switcheroo here, but when we got a haunting themed episode and we first saw what ended up being Clayface, I thought it was Scarecrow because he looks exactly like Scarecrow from Batman the New Animated Adventures. But eventually, as the episode went on, I clued into the fact wait a minute, no, this is Clayface. Clayface's characterization seems like it's a tad bit inspired by how he acts in the Harley Quinn animated show. He seems like he really embraces kind of the Shakespearean side of acting. This episode had a lot of Detective Montoya. I noticed, I'm going to assume it was probably halfway through the episode. I did have the thought of, are we going to watch Detective Montoya solve this whole crime, or are we going to get to go back towards Batman? We jumped back to him a few times, but it really felt like Detective Montoya did most of the heavy lifting. I guess we can assume that Batman did the same thing, but in a Batman show, I would have liked to watch Batman do that. So I'm hoping that lack of Batman isn't going to be a problem. I can think of a lot of superhero shows that as they've went on have lost focus on their main character. Pretty much all the CW shows eventually lost focus on their main character unless it was a team show to begin with. So I did have that worry, but then it seemed like they almost immediately tried to make up for it because we go on to episode 3, which is really really heavy on Bruce and Batman. I thought it was interesting that Harley Quinn ended up being Bruce's therapist. I found the Bruce and Selina relationship in this show to be pretty interesting. I liked their little interaction at the Wayne Memorial, I think it was, when she's looking at his mom's necklace. I thought that whole interaction was pretty funny. And kind of interesting that Selena is in this universe so known as a cat burglar. It kind of makes you wonder like how she's getting out, but then again, they do set up how corrupt Gotham is, but they're also trying to set up the fact that Selena's broke. So I guess they might just not know that yet. Overall, I'd say so far the show's going in a pretty good direction. I did have that one worry, episode 2, that we might not get a lot of focus on Batman in some episodes. I'm hoping that that's just kind of only a few episodes at most, but we'll see what happens as the series goes on. I'm definitely going to be posting a video after I've watched the whole series If you agree with my opinions and are interested in seeing that, please feel free to like and subscribe. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the first three episodes of Batman Caped Crusader. Really looking forward to seeing how the rest of the series goes. And honestly, I'm just excited to have more Batman content to watch because it's been a while since we've had a new Batman show, and I really think this one's promising. I just hope it sticks the landing. I hope it's popular and I hope we get more because I've missed having a Batman show to watch. Anyways, that's all for today.